This was the end of the beginning. Restart symbolized my 10th year in music as a whole. So from 2009 to 2019, 2008 slash 2009, 2018 slash 2019, I should say. When it came to Restart, I had been juggling the idea of like a rebrand and, all of that type of stuff. And initially I wanted to, but I decided a better option would be a reintroduction more than a rebrand, right? So Restart was supposed to signify the end of that first decade. So all the music that I had put out, from, the early mixtapes up until Restart, that was it. Like all that stuff was decade one. That's over with. That's out of the way. Restart was supposed to be both the end and the beginning, like giving me a fresh restart. Like for people that had never heard me, I wanted to put my best foot forward and make a really good album. Like I said, I've always been an album guy. I've never really been a singles guy. I feel like bodies of work really can showcase me and what I'm trying to do better. So as I'm working on Restart and I'm trying to formulate this album that's going to basically reintroduce me to my fan base and everything, I come up with this idea for how I want to do the cover art. Because at first I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to recreate my debut album cover with how I am now. And I did try that, and those pictures probably exist somewhere, but I never did. I ended up settling on the butterfly initially. It was just a plain background with the butterfly, because I've always, loved the butterfly. It's very important symbolism for me as a person and me as an artist and 1033. But I was thinking about like, man, what if I do it like a PlayStation 1 game? And I came up with this idea, like I'm gonna sell Restart as the game because the title just made sense. And then I'll also sell Season Pass as a separate album, and it'll basically be DLC. So it would be themed like a PS1 game, which I know did not have DLC or season passes. But I was just playing on all the video game tropes at the time and setting up the album like that. So the album would drop on Christmas Day, and so would the season pass, which was effectively just, again, with the double disc album idea, it was basically disc 2. Restart itself was already pretty long. Restart itself could probably be considered a double album, but I didn't categorize it that way. So as I'm working on the album, right, before we get to the point of like I'm putting it out and all this, I always work on my cover arts and ideas and everything like that before I really lock all the way down with my songs. Like I like to have my idea. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but majority of the time I like to have my idea set and adhere to my idea. And then if it needs to evolve along the way, I'll do that. So as I'm working on the album, I'm going like, okay, boom, this is great. I'm rapping. Boom, this is great. Boom, this is great. This is also around the time, and again, I'm going to get more into my relationship with Pop Casso, but this was also around the time where he had checked me on some of the music, where it was like, nah, this isn't really that good comparatively, blah, 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 blah. And me being me, I'm very challenge oriented. So I took that moment and I started studying. And I was like, okay, let me go back. I got to listen to more old school hip hop. I gotta, understand some things. I gotta figure out my deliveries, my inflections. I gotta do all this stuff. My pen gotta get sharper. I was in learning mode. So when I say I put it in overdrive, I put it in overdrive. And I was just, I was rapping for a restart. Now, I will say, looking back on it now, I threw in some songs because, again, I still had that bad habit that I still have now, where if I make the song, I feel like I gotta put it out because I don't want to have a vault full of songs that nobody's ever heard when I die. So I don't like to leave a lot of songs unfinished. But what I'm doing now is I'm working on my 30th birthday album right now. But I also have 3 other projects that I have up, and I just keep adding songs to those that I don't feel like will make the album. Some of them might make the album, but that I don't feel like will make the album. And that way I still feel fulfilled putting those songs out, but I don't have to put them on my major release. And that's something I've gotten better with over the years, more recently, but back then, probably even as late as, a couple years ago, it still was something I struggled with. So there's a few songs on Restart where I'm like, man, this probably would be one of my best albums if I just, I don't know, if I just removed these few songs. And honestly, I might go back and update the cover art now that I'm thinking about it. I might do that today. And just, and see how that goes. But yeah, it ended up being one of my favorites to make. The whole process of recording that one, it was just me locked in the studio, just boom, 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 knocking songs out left and right. So before I get too deep into just Restart, I do want to play a song from Restart. I'll wait a second because I do want to say this was another example of me trying self-production. I produced Kick My Flow. And when I made Kick My Flow, I didn't really think it was going to do much. But Kick My Flow ended up being one of those songs that got me a few more fans on social media. And the song did relatively well on streaming services for the time, because I didn't have a massive following back then. I might have had, a couple hundred people listening to me every month. I still don't have a massive following, but my following is a bit more consistent than it was before. Now it doesn't really go up and down too much. It usually just stays pretty consistent, spikes up, comes back to normal. But back then, it might go all the way up, come all the way down, and you know how it goes. So let me play a song from Restart that I feel like I was just, that showcases me. I was really rapping, and I felt like this was one of those level up moments. And then I'll go into Restart Season Pass and talk about that.
I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta get back on track. I made my bed, still cleaning. Don't nobody watch my back. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta live with the choice I made. I made my bed, still cleaning. I can't change my mistake. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta get back on track. I made my bed, still cleaning. Don't nobody watch my back. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta live with the choice I made. I made my bed, still cleaning. I can't change my mistakes. Barbershop, no haircuts, I'm just chillin'. Only son and I'm the oldest of my siblings. I paved lanes, a little sad that they ain't follow suit. But no sweat, I'm glad they doing what they wanna do. One sister ballin', I tell her keep her head up. Other sister doctor, I tell her keep her grades up. Life gon' get hard, You might see some days you can't swipe your debit card. As long as bills paid and you got food on the table, it don't really matter about the name on the label. Keep pushing, don't stop, it's all love. My family, the only women that I love. I'm still cleaning up messes that I made from way back. Memories I trade for the days back. Gave up things that I wish I could trade back. But these lessons learned, I guess I won't trade that. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta get back on track. I made my bed, still cleaning. Don't nobody watch my back. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta live with the choice I made. I made my bed, still cleaning. I can't change my mistakes. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Find the source of my pain. Find the reason that I'm still in the game. I say game, but this is real life to me. Though it's probably easier in virtual reality. No rhyme, no rhythm if I stop now. Sit back, take a ride with the top down. I'm sorry, that rhyme, I'll stop now. This a part of me that I can't seem to hold down. Back to stories with flows decorating it. Still hiding my thoughts between the melodies and cadences. Said it before, I'll say it now. I'm cleaning house. All of this stuff I'm holding in, it's time I let it out. What's the use in a fresh start with old views? If I retire, then that would be some old news. Have all these songs and they would just be some old tunes. Airing out my thoughts, cause I'm gonna need the headroom. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta get back on track. I made my bed, still cleaning. Don't nobody watch my back. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta live with the choice I made. I made my bed, still cleaning. I can't change my mistakes. I would start from the beginning, but I don't have the space. 10 years ago, I hopped into this rap race. Took breaks and asked, can they hold my space? Now I'm steady on the gas, I would never slow pace. Pull out in the front, well I thought I did. Thought I was the best, what I know, I was just a kid. But not now, I've been working for the title. Mentality switched, I ditched all of my items. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta get back on track. I made my bed, still cleaning. Don't nobody watch my back. I made my bed, still cleaning. Gotta live with the choice I made. I made my bed, still cleaning. I can't change my mistakes.
Now, when it came to season pass, I was a little bit more experimental. So I've always been told I had a weird voice, that I shouldn't be rapping, I shouldn't be making music, my voice is too weird or whatever. But hey, it is what it is. This is what I got, and this is what I got to work with. So this was an example of me exploring that and doing some stuff a little weirder than normal. Not weird like off-putting, but just outside of my comfort zone. But I also was given the opportunity to work with Kalina and Kiana. They're sisters, singers, and instrumentalists. I met them on Instagram. I was holding a contest with the Kieran books, where if you interacted with one of the posts I made about the Kieran books and the Black Echo soundtracks, or maybe it was the Daughters of Rage. I can't remember which one it was, but they interacted with it and the winners got to be placed into the book. So the characters, Kalina and Kiana, that you see in, or that you read about in the Kieran book series from book 3 forward, that is based off of Kalina and Kiana, the singers that I met. They also, on the Kieran soundtrack, they are the ones that performed the song Say What You Want. And on the Marvels, they did a song called Gold. More about Marvel stuff down the line. But yeah, it was a great opportunity, and they hosted it because I tried to treat it somewhat like a mixtape, even though I know it was supposed to be themed to like music and stuff. I still tried to treat it somewhat like a mixtape because it wasn't really an album. It was just kind of extras, and they hosted it, and they thanks for buying the season pass, blah blah blah, and the idea made sense when I was working on it. It's still one of my like best memories I have of like everything just working and coming together. There was one hiccup. One of the songs was supposed to have a feature. It didn't get the feature because the person that was supposed to be on the feature, they forgot about it. They never sent it. And it just didn't work out. And I remember sitting in here and Pop was here with me. And we were talking about stuff because he was working on some stuff too. He was trying to get back into, recording a lot heavier. And when the dude messaged me saying that, oh man, I forgot, I could send you something if you want. Pop was like, bro, what? He could send you something if you want? Nah, man, don't even put that on the project because he don't respect your time. He don't respect you. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because younger me probably would have been like, oh, no, it's fine. It is what it is. No worries. Sure, send it. I'll just postpone the album. Nah, he made a very good point. I had to get more mindful about people respecting me and my time. So that situation with Restart and Pop being here while for a good majority of me working on it, all of that worked to my benefit. I do feel like I said, that I could have trimmed off some of the fat from the album, but overall, I still feel like it was done very well. Before I get into the next episode, I will play a song from Restart Season Pass and let you hear that and see what I meant about the weirdness. Oh, but before I do that, I do recall while I was working on Season Pass, so back when I was at Target, I had a crush on, man, as I'm going through saying all these, I had a lot of crushes. And one of my interns, volunteers, if you want to call her that I work with now in the education system, she called me out the other day before we got out of school. And she said, oh, it's your fault. You can't commit to anything. And I was like, no, I feel like I can commit to things very well. Actually, I've been doing music since I was 13. Like, this is a commitment. I'm very committed to, once I put my mind to something, I do it. And she was like, no, not that. She was purely talking about relationships. And she was like, you can't commit to a relationship. I was like, I could commit to a relationship. I don't like to commit to a relationship that I don't know is reciprocated. I'm not a avid chaser. Like, if I don't feel like you are reciprocating the affection that I am, I'm not going to bother you. I do not want to make you uncomfortable. I don't want to make this weird. I will go about my merry way. So if there's any level of uncertainty, I'm out. And that's fair. I feel like that's fair. I'm not wasting nobody's time. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm just doing me. Hey, this is how I feel about you as an individual. You're not sure? Hey, don't even worry about it. I'm good. Hey, it is what it is. We shake hands and we call it a day. So, but she did call me out on that. And I think she's like 16. So I refuse to be called out by a 16-year-old. But I say that to say, my friend Brooke that I work with at Target, she also called me out for that back as a teenager because I had a crush on one of our coworkers, Abby, at the time. And she was like, Cam, no, Abby's gay. And I was like, well, don't you think it would have been nice for y'all to tell me that before you sent us out for Valentine's Day and gave us the day off and did all of that? And everybody was just keying and thought it was so funny, but I didn't know. And everybody got their jokes off. So, hey, it is what it is. And that's irrelevant information. But it's not irrelevant because one of the songs is about that situation. And it's another instance of self-production. It's one of my favorite beats I made. It's not that great, but I just like it for personal reasons. Like the way that I felt when I was making the beat, it was just fun to make. I'm not gonna play that song. Y'all can go listen to that one on your own, but I will play another one from season past so you can hear what I meant about, songs sounding a little weirder than my normal. And we're gonna wrap this episode up.
It's going fine. It's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. It's going fine. It's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. Complimenting each other is part of the plan. No need to hover, cause I know I'm a man. If she in something new, I do what I can. I'll cheer her on, cause I'm her biggest fan. Lend a hand when she need it, but she usually don't. She's self-made. You run from success, but I won't. Blockades, see things that I made. Where we work together, you would think we had a tie game. Overtime, working me, oh she fine, yes indeed. On my mind, blessed to see, one of a kind, you and me. This that never let go love, you already know love. If I was your man, sing a little of that Joe love. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. She not from the hood, but she know that's where I grew up. Now she meeting family, hoping that she don't screw up. Told her she's amazing, that is no way that she would. Says she kinda nervous that she don't know if she should. Cause we home for the holidays. Said we gotta chill before we part ways. Crack a couple jokes down in Moore House, and then we go and chill at my aunt house. Overtime, working me, oh she fine, yes indeed. On my mind, blessed to see, one of a kind, you and me. I'm in it for life, I'm ready tonight to take her from my best friend and turn her into my wife. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down in my hood. It's going fine, it's going good. Chakras align down